You know, at the end of every relationship, the narcissist will blame you for everything. Regardless of what they did to you, they may have abused you. I'm sure they did, right? Verbally or even physically. They may have damaged your property. They may have stolen things from you. They may have smeared your name to everyone you know. But they will still see you as the problem. They have to see you as the problem. They have to see you as everything being your fault. Because they are based on shame. That's right. These individuals are shame-based completely, who are doing everything they can to avoid reflecting on their shame. This is something that they do at the end of every relationship. It's something that they have to do to survive emotionally and to protect their false image and reputation. And there's really nothing you can do to get through to a narcissist. Because any time that you try to tell them what they're doing wrong, they take it as an attack. It triggers their shame, which is followed by rage. And then they just want to destroy you. Narcissists cannot accept feedback. They cannot accept constructive criticism, but they want to have the authoritative position over you. They want to tell you what to do because it gives them supply. It makes them feel powerful and important. It makes them feel like they're in control. But the reality is that the only reason why they greatly desire power and control is because they don't have it. They feel completely helpless. They have no control over their own lives because they refuse to take accountability for where they find themselves. You see, instead they want to dominate you. There's a judge, jury, and executioner, because then it takes the focus off of them and everything that they are responsible for. You see, you guys, the problem is that narcissists have a lack of respect for themselves and a lack of love, which is why they treat you with a lack of respect and a lack of love, which is why things turned out the way that it did. Because I can guarantee you that if they were emotionally qualified for the position of being with you, it would have been very different. But narcissists are very childish and immature, which is why when it's all said and done, they will blame you for everything. They will hold you accountable for things that they are responsible for, and they will smear your name. They will make everyone else buy into the same narrative, which will make it very easy for them to do. Because although they may have been abusing you behind closed doors, they were manipulating everyone else into believing that they're the Samaritan, because they have to do that to get supply. When they walk away from you, they want to still be able to get supply from any and everyone that they choose to. And the way to do that is by blaming you for every single thing that ever took place the whole time you were in a relationship with them. You see, relationships with narcissists are very difficult and often end in one of a few ways. One common way is that the victim of the narcissist, right, who they've been abusing, becomes exhausted and leaves the relationship. You see, another way is that the narcissist becomes bored with their so-called partner, right, and moves on to someone new. Narcissists also tend to be very convincing and can be successful at manipulation. So the victim may stay in the relationship even though they're unhappy, in the hope that the narcissist will change. Narcissists are also not known for taking accountability and often blame others for the end of the relationships, even if it's clearly their own doing. And lots of people believe that narcissists don't know it's their fault. You guys, they know it's their fault. They know this because narcissists don't end relationships themselves, but they start devaluing their partner, and it takes on many forms. You know, they want to gaslight you. They're insulting you, demeaning you, right? humiliating you, smearing you, pulling off disappearing acts, cutting off contact, constantly cheating, physical abuse, and so many more things that they'll do. This is what they do. This is something that a narcissist will do in every relationship that they get into. And it's crazy, y'all, because guess what? People who stick around, and stay with a narcissist, feeling like this individual is actually going to change. I can't stress this enough. Narcissists just don't change. In order for one to change, one has to understand that there is an issue that needs to be fixed. With the narcissist, they're perfect. Nothing is wrong. Nothing needs to be fixed. So how could someone change something that they don't think needs to be changed? This does not happen with a narcissist. This happens with normal, rational human beings. Not with a narcissist. You should never hang around and stick around thinking that this is going to change, that something about this individual is going to change, because it's not. You know how much of a shell of yourself you'll become by the time you finish being gaslit and constantly manipulated and lied to and cheated on? You know what that does to your self-esteem? Have you any idea what that makes you feel like as a person when someone is with you doing you all these things? It's lots of times they just don't leave you directly. Instead, they treat you like SHIT, right? Until you leave them. And then they still blame you. Make it make sense. Nothing about a narcissist makes sense. They don't make sense to themselves. You know how confused and crazy a narcissist's mind is? Do you understand that a narcissist is really ass backwards in the mind? They don't even think clearly like a normal person? It's weird, y'all. Lots of people say that narcissists dumped them, or just walked out and left. Yeah. In a very cruel way, Or you get to the end of the tether and you leave. But they don't end things or let them, end amicably. They just don't do it. In a civilized, grown-up way, making decisions to minimize the hurt and damage to you and whoever else is in the family. Whoever else, if you're there and you're the main supply, they don't care if they do this to you and whomever else is around. They don't care how much damage they cause, what they do to you, how they make you feel. They maximize the drama, fight about everything that they can. This is what they do. It allows them to be able to smear you and play the victim, the good guy. They want to maintain the nice person, facade to the outside world. And it undermines you. In case you decide to tell tales, right? Which really aren't tales, it's really the truth. But in case you decide to say anything about their appalling behavior, right? They want to be 10 steps ahead of you already. So they will paint you as a disordered individual or some type of addict, right? Or you're having mental problems, right? Whatever tale suits their purpose is what they will do. This is why you must plan your exit and plan it as soon as possible, dealing with a narcissist. As soon as the narcissist starts treating you badly, for you guys who are still with the narcissist, because it's going to happen, and it's going to be really nasty. So it's best to be forewarned about this, or the pain will be even greater. They'll shock your whole entire system when you find this out. You guys, my advice to anyone currently or recently involved with a narcissist is to do as much studying as you can. Read and become an expert on narcissism. And this is surprisingly easy because they are all the same. They do the same things to everyone all the time. So get to reading, get to learning, finding out, watching these videos, It'll be the best thing you can do for yourself. Learning to understand narcissism is not difficult because they are all the same. So you know one, you know them all. That's the thing. There are so many ways you can learn about narcissism and educate yourself because guess what? No matter what, the inevitable is going to happen. Whether they make you do it by forcing you into doing it, by the way they're abusing you, or they just, out of the blue, shock your system by discarding you. Either way, it's going to happen. You know, that's crazy, y'all, but this is what happens when you're dealing with narcissists. There's no way to look at it. They do this to everybody. So at the end of every relationship, you're the blame. It's your fault. And there will be an ending. And it'll be nasty and brutal and cruel. And the longer you stick around, the worse off it'll be. You guys, that's it for this video. Take your time to like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your bell so you will know when I'm coming through with another video. Until next time.